I'm not judgmental.
All right. Let's get in. And I'm not muted. Mute site.
It's worse when it's you do it to yourself.
I was watching something earlier, and so I had it turned on. How y'all doing? Hope you're good.
We're doing good.
Hi, everybody.
And Adrian looks extra special.
Oh, my goodness.
Especially lovely.
Thank you. Got my purple refreshed.
Yeah, so good. And Johnny looks good with his new hairdo.
I know. I love the white glasses. I feel like you make them look fantastic. Anybody else kind of look a little jerkish.
I want some more, but I told myself, stop buying glasses. You ain't got but one face.
No, buy all the glasses. Don't put baby in a corner. Buy what you want to buy.
And this is true. This is why you have no kids and no dogs. So you can spend all your money on yourself.
Oh, yourself. I know that's right. Oh, man.
Hey, y'all, Darren. How y'all doing? Hopefully you're good. I'll wait for about 5 minutes or so. People to.
But that new portrait of you, Johnny, is so beautiful.
It is.
Oh my gosh!
Like, talk about talent, right, Lori?
Yeah.
She came back to it's the Empress card on one of my tarot decks.
Tarot.
Right above the devil calendar I got up there.
Yes, Tammy. Zenny Optical all day, every day. Zenny has so much of my money.
You know, I don't have Zenny yet.
Oh God, I love Zenny. Like,
I got iBuy Direct. I should use Zenny. They're the same to me.
Okay, what is Zenny?
The places you get the glasses.
Mm-hmm.
What?
You just order them online. As long as you have your prescription and you know what's what.
Okay, yeah.
And then you can even try them on virtually.
Prescription, so yeah. Help me.
So much of my money.
Because these were like maybe $12 or something like that. Mm-hmm. And then the costs come in when you try to do your lenses.
Yeah.
The frames itself are really cheap.
That's how Zenny is. Zenny's like $6 for frames, but I'm blind as a bat, so mine is $6 plus. Then next thing you know, I mean, it's still cheaper than like going somewhere else. It was still like $50 with the thinner lenses and the anti-reflective coating and scratch resistant and all that. But
my very first pair of glasses, and they weren't even what do you call them? Transition lenses. They were $200. The frame itself was $99. And so when I discovered the iBuy Direct and the Zenny, just like I'm never going to the optometrist and buy glasses again.
Wow. Yeah. Good for everyone.
The lenses, I think that's $30. And then if you want all of the frills and frippery, then it costs a little more.
But doesn't your eyesight change over the years? So you need to actually have another.
You can go get you another prescription, but you don't have to then buy the glasses from there. You just go update your prescription because I'm still blind, but I can see better than without.
Yeah.
Colors and shapes is all I get if I take these off.
That's okay.
I may not even get it.
Words disappear. Everybody's face is like a smeared painting. It's it's over.
Yeah. Oh, those people who have good vision. Bless you.
So I have two things. Oh, son of a mother. I didn't even do. Wait a minute.
Only two?
Pause. Pause through the cause. No, do this the right way. Wait 1 second. Son of a, I was never prepared. Before you got in here, Adrian, I said I was trying to make sure I double checked everything, and
you were.
Anyway. Like son of a mother. Okay, so boom. So the lady who drew my picture over there, that's my what do you call that, icon on my channel now. Everybody I'm sure has seen it by now.
Yeah, well, I show everyone.
Oh Jesus Lord.
I'm sorry.
I had my legs all folded up now.
Johnny does not stand up on camera.
See?
So she drew this for me, and I'm trying to get her to draw something else for me, which I'll show you when she finishes. But this is her channel right there that I put in the chat. She has content on it. She has songs and things of that nature. She has a song called Transformation. Go watch it. It's like 2 minutes out of your day. Go watch it. It's fantastic.
Wow. Okay.
It's lovely. It's something we need to hear during these times right now. One of the lines is "Smile at a Stranger." I'll just leave it at that. Go watch the video. Go watch her song. I say it's like 2 minutes or so. The second one, okay, this one is a little complicated here. So I get a notification from YouTube when y'all leave comments. It'll only notify me of certain people. This is Cliff High, but you see that little cat? That's Jen Lynn's picture, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it says Cliff High, and it says make a short note on WhatsApp to contact, and then there's the number right there. That is an impersonating account.
Wow.
Now, it says Cliff High here, but when you scroll to the comment, it says Jen Lynn Tarot.
Wow.
But that's not her.
Yep.
And so I go to my notifications, and it actually shows Cliff High instead of Jen Lynn. And so when you go to his channel, he's got like 100,000 subscribers. I don't know what he's talking about over there. His videos are quite strange. I couldn't make sense of them, but he said that this is a spammer account, or a spammer something is sending these messages out to everybody. But if you happen to see in the comments, I don't have a WhatsApp, and Jen doesn't have a WhatsApp, so we would never leave a WhatsApp number in the comments. That's number one. Number two, if you go to that false Jen Lynn Tarot account, there's no videos there because it's just the impersonating account. So we reported it and did the whole thing. Becca has a WhatsApp, I believe, but she is not going to leave her number in the comment section.
Mm-hmm.
And so I have a Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. I don't use none of them, but sometimes I do leave comments on people's pictures if they happen to tickle me. So I do from time to time use the Facebook, but I don't have Facebook Messenger, so I will never send you a message on that. Mm-hmm. So if y'all do see things like this, email me, and then I will bring it up, because Jen's email is for her business, so she has a tons of them there. But email me if you happen to notice such a thing, and then we will see what we can do about it. Okay.
Okay.
So now let's get started.
Trolls and hobgoblins.
Trolls.
Speaking of trolls, Donald Trump is not reelected. Oh, excuse me, reinstated as president in August. What's Plan B? Because remember, this is when was it? March 3rd. They were supposed to have the inauguration. March 4th, something like that.
Something like that, and then it got pushed to May.
Yeah.
And then now it's pushed to August.
Now it's August. He's going to be back in, and everything's going to be right as rain, apparently.
Yeah.
So from August, right?
Yes. What's Plan B?
What's this? Oh, well, okay.
Plan B is to get potty trained. You're also petty. I love it, Jesus.
I saw jail time in the comments.
I had 8 of Wands pop out 2 times.
I can't get my cards apart, so y'all don't mind me.
What's next is kind of the same old. There is no plan. They're gonna what their plan to do is just to kind of keep more bickering, keep more consternation. Starts off with the 5 of Wands. However, their challenge is actually being kind of out in the cold, the Five of Pentacles, they know they're fighting a losing battle, because at the base of this is the Ten of Wands. It's I'm sorry, Ten of Swords. It's a wrap. It's done, right? In the recent past is this heartbreak. Your savior has lost. You've stolen. You can't steal anymore. It's done. However, what's interesting to me is the Sun about at the crown, and then the Ten of Swords at the base. There's more illumination coming. How screwed up they are, but they're going to offer some promises in the beginning with this Page of Cups. They've got some new thoughts, though. They're kind of strategizing because they know it's over. They know that you can only keep moving the goalpost so long. They're running out of time in the environment with the Wheel of Fortune. Their hopes and fears, though, is just to keep moving ahead slowly. Like, that's why I say we can just keep moving the goalposts, keep changing the date, keep causing enough stern consternation. Maybe we can do it, but it's just not going to happen. Ends with the Page of Pentacles. I'm thinking keep pouring money into the situation, keep trying to deflect as much as they can. I got pulled a couple more cards: Strength, Hierophant, and the Three of Cups. They're kind of screwed because no matter how much consternation and fighting you can cause, it's still not going to bring your homeboy back. He's just not going to get reinstated.
What'd you get, Lori?
Okay, so there's a real big push for emotions, and he just wants you to give him money. And because the Six of Pentacles is on its side, he's not going to get the money that he wants. And he's going to be very dissatisfied with that. And then he's going to say something like, if you don't want to be with me, then, you need to give more money. He's going to give some sort of speech that says, you need to give me the money. So, this comes really quickly. And then there's so much legal stuff that comes up that it just comes to a halt. And then it's a loss.
So I start with the Moon. They don't really know where this is going, because this is not really a plan. This is just people talking. So there is no plan for reinstatement. There is no plan how to get back to where they once were. The Four of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles. I do believe, though, that he is, just like Lori said, he's going to make some speeches. Thank you, Mary. I get here with the Eight of Wands right in the middle, that with the Two of Cups and the Knight of Cups, he is going to, right after maybe a couple weeks, he is going to be making speeches about, we need to push forward, we need to rally together. It's basically, give me money, but we need to stand together. We need to do this, we need to do that. And he's going to take a swipe at the rhinos, the Republicans in name only. So he's going to go out and talk to his base and try to rally the base. But he's going to be doing a lot of talking in those 2 weeks following the August non-reinstatement to keep the lie going, because, what else does he have right now? Yeah. Okay. Hashtag president.
And thank you so much, Mary, for the super chats. For Jim.
He just doesn't get what he wants.
I'm surprised that's not his card instead of the Fool. Because if the Four of Cups is Trump all day, every day.
All day.
All day.
The pouty little, I don't want this, I want what I want type
just
of
give it to me. Just give it to me. I'm not going to work for it. Just give it to me.
That guy. So Chauvin, the guy who murdered George Floyd, he wants, or his defense wants, time served. The prosecutors want 30 years. What's going to happen there? Is he going to get something in between? Is going to get a repeal or another trial, or what's going to happen?
Hmm.
Hearing all kinds of sounds coming out of Adrian.
Trying to make sense of this.
Oh, my.
He'll serve time. It's going to be in the middle, because it ends with the Queen of Swords for me. The rest of the cards just don't make any cat snatching sense. Oh gosh.
Thank you, Patty.
Yeah, thank you, Patty. Starts off with the King of Wands crossed, but the challenge is the Ten of Cups. So this happy family. We're not gonna get maybe 30 years, but we will not get time served either. So to answer your question simply, Johnny, it's something in the middle, because we've got at the base of this the Fool going out on this something new, but also the work, the Eight of Pentacles. So it's gonna be in the middle, because I'm not getting time. He's gonna get time served. I just don't. But I could be. Yeah, I got a whole bunch of cards that just don't make sense.
Okay, so you're getting time served or no?
I'm sorry, not time served. I don't think it's going to be time served.
Okay.
I just don't know if it's going to be quite 30 years.
Am I going? Okay, so he's talking with a lot of different people. And he imagines himself out of those bars. But he is not going to get there. He's not going to get there. He's done, gone through, finished. That's what I think.
So it starts with the Empress and Knight of Swords. I feel as though there might be another court case, or they may take this back to court or something of that nature. So he may not appeal. He may win an appeal or something of that nature. I get the Five of Pentacles and the World. There is some singling out here. They may try to argue that there was some sort of bias or some sort of something. They're going to basically deflect. There is something here about him being singled out, or about him being pushed out, or about him, whatever the Five of Pentacles would say. The Moon and the Two of Pentacles and the Star, there is no end right now, as in sentencing. So this is still up in the air. It is not time served, though, because time served, I would get an indication that, okay, this is done, this is over. But I get the Moon and the Two of Pentacles. There's something off balance here about this case. Now, if I were to make a prediction, I would say 7 years, 7 to 8. I get the Eight of Swords, which is the jail card, and then I get the Seven of Pentacles, which is time. So I would say 7 to 8 years instead of 30. I mean, it's not time served, but it's not 30.
That's what I got.
And Ten of Swords on the bottom. So yeah, I think probably 7. He's going to get the Mana Forge. That's what he's going to get.
Yeah.
Now, they probably won't even put him in Gen Pop like he should be, but, you know, I mean, not that it matters. He'll go in and he'll find the clan, and then they'll huddle together, because that's kind of what he's going to have to do in jail. 1, he's an ex-cop. 2, he's a white guy. So he's going to have to go and probably fall in line with those who will protect him. Okay.
But here's to the guy that's going to ruffle his feathers. Because there will be one.
Yeah.
Facebook bans their president for 2 years. Then what? Why 2 years? Why not life? What are you going to do after the 2 years? Just let him come back, or he's not on punishment. You're not grounding him and taking his phone away. Like, okay, you can't use Facebook for 2 years, and then after that, you give it back to him because he's got good behavior.
They say they're going to reevaluate it after 2 years, right? But to your point, what are you reevaluating?
I'm saying it's still the same Trump. He's been that way for 77 years. You think 2 years is going to change him?
Mm-hmm.
He could literally be walking into the light and still think it's about him. So
I'm sorry. Spirit has a sense of humor. His challenge is the 8 of Wands. Oh, geez. Let's see here. Cold. Cups, and then King of Cups. Starts off with I think there's a secret plan. There's somebody they're trying to appease, is kind of what I'm picking up. It starts off with the High Priestess. It's crossed actually by his greatest asset and also his biggest weapon, which is his big buffalo mouth, how he communicates through communication, right? At the base is Ace of Cups and the Hierophant at the crown. So they're overseeing how are these chat rooms still doing? How are the emotions still in this Facebook stratosphere? I think that's honestly, I hate to say 2 years was an arbitrary rule, but it's kind of hey, let's see, maybe in 2 years, some things would have calmed down. Maybe he won't be able to kind of ignite tempers this much, but we all know that's BS and that's a lie, because in the environment is the Queen of Cups, okay? I'm sorry, in the emotions. In the environment is him being out in cold, this 5 of Pentacles. His hopes and fears is the Ace of Pentacles, so bringing in some kind of advertising dollars is what I just heard, hoping more advertising dollars come out. But we got to sit and wait. I think eventually they will bring him, if not him himself back in, they're going to bring something back. 8 of Pentacles, the work, manifesting the harvest coming out. I think the 2 years is an arbitrary rule that in their minds think is enough time to quell tempers, but he's probably going to get reinstated some way, somehow. And it may not be after 2 years, maybe later after that, but that's what I'm getting.
Yeah, I agree. I didn't even think when I looked at it before, I thought it would be on the table and it would be questionable, but it's definitely on the table and he will be brought back. Absolutely. Yeah. It's going to get it. I can't stand it, but it's going to happen.
So I got the Queen of Cups and the 4 of Swords. I think in the beginning, as I've said with all of these, well, hell, with anything online, it is terms of profit agreement. It is not terms of service agreement. If you make us money, then you can stay. I was talking to someone about YouTube, and YouTube does the same exact thing. There is a guy, one of the biggest YouTubers there is. He was playing a video game, and somebody was trolling him, and he called him the N-word, and this guy's a white guy, and nothing happened. YouTube didn't take his video down. The video game company took his video down, but YouTube did not. There's another guy, he's got giant publicity too with YouTube. He went to the suicide forest in Japan and filmed someone hanging from a tree and put it on his YouTube channel and got a slap on the hand. They took the video down and that was it. So meanwhile, I come over here, say 3 curse words in a word, and the next thing you know, my whole channel is in the trash somewhere. So it's terms of profit agreement. So if Donald Trump makes money, then he can come back. But I think over those 2 years with the 4 of Swords and the Queen of Cups, they will find the supporters are still there. And so they don't necessarily need him, because even though people claim they hate YouTube and hate Facebook and hate Twitter and hate Instagram, they don't leave it. And so they're still there. Now him with the 5 of Pentacles and the Moon, his ousting is still up for grabs. This is not set in stone with the Moon card. It could very easily be reinstated just like that, because why not? Terms of profit agreement. But as of right now, he's out and he's staying that way. But like I said, it's still up in the air, which means he's coming back, because if he was not, then it would say so. The Moon means that there's open-ended possibilities. This is murky. This is one of those things. So, yeah, I mean, after 2 years, we'll see. But he'll probably be back. Now, I have a follow-up question now.
Oh, snap.
What silences Donald Trump?
Put a cheeseburger in his mouth.
I was like, what silences?
Yes, like what causes him to stop spreading consternation amongst the masses? What silences Donald Trump? If it's death, say death.
But Whopper, like
the Whopper.
Ain't he a McDonald's guy though?
What? Okay.
Yeah, I said a cheeseburger, just a generic
quarter pounder with cheese. A big and tasty. Do they still have? Do they still have big and tasty?
Silence, Trump. Silence.
Or McRib. I hate you, Johnny. I haven't heard of big and tasty. I forgot.
Tasty. And then there's like up north. I say up north because I'm totally in Florida. Like In-N-Out burgers or something. What are In-N-Out?
That's just another chain.
Yeah,
I've had it once, but it was like 15,000 years ago. So I think I can't even tell you what it tastes like no more.
So it's In-N-Out, like here you go, it's quick and tasty or something. I don't know, what does that mean?
It's because it's fast food. You go in, you go out.
In-N-Out. What about the big? Remember Big Boy?
Oh, Bob's Big Boy.
Oh God, Adrian, you're way too young to remember that.
When I lived in Southern California, Bob's Big Boy were still pretty popular in the 2000s, and so I used to go to Bob's Big Boy all the time because he used to have a car show. So yeah, I love Bob's Big Boy.
I ain't fooling with you. Now that'll silence anybody.
What?
You put a feather in your church's chicken, Lord, because they don't pluck the chicken all the way. You go to church's chicken, they gonna have some remnants.
Don't even say that. Is that true?
Oh,
yes, they have feathers in their chicken. They will fry it and serve it to you, and all their pieces is this big.
Oh my God! Okay.
I threw up in my mouth slightly.
George's chicken will give you some good old feathers. Yes, they will.
Oh my God. Okay, you asked what will shut him up, what will silence him, and we get the gluttony. So it's the biggest thing he can put in his mouth. God.
I get it's the oligarchs and Putin overseas, the world, Burden, and the King of Pentacles. The oligarchs is what I'm getting. That's what silences him. That's what causes him to, 4 swords, take a step back. He was once victorious, but when they start talking, he's got to be quiet. Johnny, you studying them cards like an elderly. What's going on?
I'm like, is that 2 swords?
Money. He loses his money.
What is a wand?
And then he just wants to eat.
There's his church's chicken.
He just wants to eat.
That's his church's chicken. They got him a good old 2-piece.
It's like,
and it's the king of
Mitch
swords on top of that, which is Donald Trump. I can't fool with y'all.
Oh God.
So what silences him? Court cases and losing all his money.
Mm-hmm.
I got the King of Wands. I didn't know if that was a sword or a wand, but that's a wand. And then the Moon card. So someone telling him he cannot talk. Because mind you, when he's being deposed, he is a whole different Donald Trump. Because when he was doing that one little interview, he, his shoulders are hunched, which means he's in submissive position. And then he's like listening and he's answering it like he's paying attention because he can't say the wrong thing. That silences him. And then there's the Tower and the King of Pentacles. So him losing all his dough would silence him. Now, mind you, he's not a billionaire, but I mean, he got more money than me, maybe. But yeah, that 2-piece, that'll do it. That'll do it every time. Okay. Quit fooling with this thing.
I'm so mad about that card.
You know what? And you know what this deck is called to? On top of that?
The chicken tarot.
Hush, boy, hush.
Bojangles, yes, Prairie. Go get you a Bojangles Cajun chicken biscuit. That son of a mug is this big. That is the driest daggone biscuit you will ever have. It will scratch your whole throat up. But God dog, it is delicious and some bow rounds. And it's literally like 87,000 calories. You won't eat for 4 more days. It'll scratch your whole insides up going down. But it's delicious.
It's dry, but it's good.
It's dry, but it's all about that seasoning.
Oh, yeah.
So this shows you how much of a fat butt I am. I used to drive 20 minutes to go to the Bojangles, would go to the drive-thru, would ask for extra honey, would in the drive-thru pull over to the side, put the honey on the biscuit so it wouldn't be quite so dry, eat that some of my mug in the car, and then drive 20 minutes back home and then take and sleep for the rest of the day.
And I can't believe, like, all these people, like, you drive by Chick-fil-A, and in Florida they have like this tent out there, where they take your order and everything. And do they have that in other states? I don't know.
Yes, some places.
Okay, so I'm thinking, why would you wait in line that long to go? Like, what is so special about
it? Here is not that busy, but the Popeyes chicken right next to it, the line is always around the store. Well, and they sit and wait. Now it's closed on the inside, so they don't have a lot of traffic going in. So they move it because they don't have to, pay attention to the inside. Mm-hmm. So the line's always moving, but it is always down the block.
Wow, and I've heard that Popeyes is much better than Chick-fil-A.
I would say Popeyes is tasty. Don't know if it's quite snake around the building tasty, but
it must be. I don't know.
It is here anyway. Okay, well, DeJoy, speaking of Florida, DeJoy investigation, his campaign donations. He's being investigated for campaign donations, I believe.
DeJoy or DeSantis?
DeJoy,
because he's from Florida, right?
That's what I just poked that out for Florida because I don't care for Florida, but
damn.
But DeSantis, DeJoy.
Lori, that was some deep shade he threw at your home state.
Feel, Johnny.
Ooh, I felt it got
as long as we move you out of it.
It got dark as heck in here. God dog.
But what will come of his investigation? Will there be any indictments, or will it just go away?
DeJoy.
Yes. And then follow-up question, if you want to ask at the same time, does he have any regrets?
I wanted to talk about like Steak and Shake and stuff. I look at.
They were opening one just as I was moving from Florida.
Did Joy? What you got, Adrienne?
The question was, will there be an indictment?
Yes. Or will anything come of the investigation?
No, it's going to be a lot of talking, a lot of conjecture, but I don't necessarily think there's getting an indictment with the starts with the crow, the child, and the orchid. So lots of talking, a lot of posturing with the crow. They may try to do something, but it's not going to come to fruition with the child and the orchid. It's going to be a show. It's kind of a front. Trying to look big and bad, but I don't think they're actually going to do it. Don't think so.
What do you got, Johnny?
I get the devil is the first card, naturally, because we're talking about his friends. So the devil and the Four of Pentacles. There is the attempt to hold on to information. This may also be the destroying of information.
Yeah.
Four of Pentacles. Three of Wands, Queen of Wands. This never reaches fruition. I don't think that. Now they're doing an investigation. That's fine. And they do have cause for investigation because we have Ace of Pentacles and Lovers. And so there is money. There is talking. There is people he was talking to, people he was giving money to. Him helping the Trump campaign. The influences, he's also being investigated for that. But I get the Emperor and the Universe. Can you put the link in there, Adrian, for that? Okay, thank you. The Emperor and the Universe. There may be some people that are on his side, which is going to be a question I have to ask later on too. But I don't see them actually getting anything on him or putting him in jail or something like that.
Okay, well, I'm really glad that you guys are saying that because I am not seeing it either. And, I really would like to see him go away, but he has friends in all the right places. Thank you, SO. I just want it. And it's almost like they're going to tell him if you can fix something or put it back or move this thing back here or and then the hangman. So it's like I don't know. I'm like you. And then the wheel. Like we're waiting, and nothing happens. So why is that? I'm so confused about that.
Let's ask.
What?
We're asking
Why? Why are they not pursuing charges or indictments on Louis DeJoy?
he's another one. He could accidentally zip himself up after going to the toilet, and I would not feel bad. Would not feel bad.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm sorry, Johnny. That was the most peaceful way for me to say what I was
I
thinking.
laughed like my hands went weak. I couldn't even show. Oh, Jesus.
That was the cleanest way I could put it.
I love it, though.
I try to be respectful on other people's channel. I
A
try.
little hot dog. He's just a little hot dog.
Why won't they? Why won't they? Why won't they?
Oh. We're going to stop singing that song. That's what we go.
Oh, man.
Chris, you just made me do what Johnny did a minute ago. I got so distracted. I was like, I gotta put everything down.
Oh, Lord.
This is my fault. I started it. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Okay, I'm going to stop thinking about the littlekins.
Because Oscar Mayer has a way with BOLOGN.
Ding. Okay.
Oh, this is really confusing.
I get though that there is somebody. From the last spread, I got the Emperor and the Universe, which is the world. I get the King and the Two of Cups. There's somebody on his side.
Yeah.
And I think I may have to jump to my last question again because the Ten of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups. So there's some sort of somebody's on his side.
Yep.
And they're in this administration.
Yes, that's what I'm getting. There's a powerful man, a rich man. Hold on, let me just do it in the order I did it. There is a man, a rich man, there is a man who's causing a lot of upheaval. This man also has a lot of clout, either it's money or it's resources, access with the coins. He is making it burdensome. So he may even be hiding, doing something to cause more tension. And then we get the child again. It's not going to come to fruition. It's a beginning that never comes to fruition is what I keep getting there. But you're absolutely, this is how it starts. There's some juicy person in the background trying to, with the wheel, upheaval.
King of Swords was my first card.
Yep.
There's a man in there.
I don't know. I'm just feeling like the post office is in so much trouble. Like they're in so much trouble that he actually, in this weird way, comes up with some idea to make money. I don't know how. But then after that, he goes down.
Mm-hmm.
He goes down bigly. But it isn't until after that. So I'm going to say 6 months. So where are we? June? We're going to say...
the year?
Yeah.
Hmm.
What did Adrian have to go get?
So I have a question then. With all that we have been seeing and all that has been going on, is Biden's DOJ impartial? Is it right-leaning because it is right? There is a right wing at the top of it. Is it impartial? Will they go after people that were from the previous administration?
So we're asking about the moral character of Merrick Garland.
Yes. Or his legal character. To be fair, but yes, his moral character, because he tends to be doing some very interesting things right about now.
Moral character.
Once the nominee for the Supreme Court, now at the height of the DOJ.
Well,
What have you got?
I don't think I even need to pull anymore after pulling the first couple cards. Is that 7? Yeah, 7 pulls. Lori, go ahead.
Okay, so this is so much work. It is so much work, so much. And this is the Billy Barr card, right? Remember when Barr came on the scene, everyone said, "Oh, he's gonna be great." No, he wasn't. And we got this a long time, like back when I first met Johnny. So it is it's huge. It's so cumbersome. There's so much there. But he's going to get his wish. He's going to have to give up something. So he can't get everything that he wants. But we're going to see him as he brought it home. It's good. I don't know how he gets there, but we're going to be like, okay, it's good.
I don't like my spread, so I'm going to use your interpretation for my spread.
What did you get? Oh,
no. So I'm going to apply. I'm going to play devil's advocate. Thank you, Laura, for the super chat. I'm going to apply your interpretation to my reading. Okay, so it starts off with the magician. He is the masterful king. He's got all the resource he can manipulate like nobody's business. However, it's crossed with the sun, the illumination. Too much is going to come out. Too much is coming out. So he can't manipulate quite like he wants to. However, at the base of this is a change of perspective, right? There's some things that happened that he wasn't satisfied with. Okay, that is in the recent past. Here's what's very interesting, though. We got to wait a minute. So that's why I kind of get what you're saying. We may have to wait a minute because at the crown of this is the Seven of Pentacles waiting for something to come to fruition. You got to reap that harvest. It hasn't harvested yet with the change of perspective. There may be you may see some stop and go or some quick action with this Knight of Swords. However, here's what I'm going to put your interpretation on this, Lori, because I was like, well, maybe I should be a little bit more positive. In the emotions, though, is some secrets. I think he may be keeping some things a little close to the chest. And the hopes and fears is the Empress giving birth to creating something. So he may be kind of pulling things together, creating that waiting that we have to do. And then when it does come out, whatever he does, it's going to be quick, though. Could be that.
all right.
We'll see.
Johnny's
smirking.
So look her. That's what I got.
Okay.
The first card is the Knight of Cups, and then the Knight of Wands. So I think what happens here is there is some, for image sake, they will do kind of what all the moderate Democrats do. They come out and they are for all the social things that we can latch to and say they're on our side, like the women's rights and the gay rights and the black rights and the orange rights and all the rights. Then they get all the social triumphs out of the way. And so we think, okay, these are great people and they're on our side. Meanwhile, there's still like things like the environment and student loan debt and, pay raises and, that type of thing that and healthcare that are baby stepping. And so they are not progressive, they're moderate. But again, they show us the social triumphs, the Knight of Cups making things look pretty. And so he will go in and he will do the things that are not controversial for the Republican Party. So you're not going to really ruffle too many feathers at first. With the Knight of Cups, Knight of Wands, they can come out and they can protect gay rights. They can come out and they can protect certain healthcare things. They can protect SNAP, and they can protect those type of things. Five of Swords and the Hierophant do not look, however, for them to do other things. Because this is some advantage taking, some bully tactics, some heavy-handed tactics in the government. So this is not Biden getting involved with the DOJ. This is the DOJ not doing what we think they should do. So this is probably how we see them because of that. We have spent 4 years being tormented by the orange one. And so what we think is that now that he's out of office, they're going to go and sink their fangs in and then rip pieces off and hand it to us on a silver platter and all that type of stuff. That is not happening as of yet. So I don't see that here. The Ace of Swords, the World, and the Two of Pentacles. It is going to appear that the DOJ is out of balance. This is the world, this is the truth, and the all the clarity, and then this is the out of balance. It is going to appear again. The reason it appears out of balance is because of what we want them to do, based upon the previous administration. Here in the court, though, is the high priestess. There is some alternative things happening, as in the dismissing of the bar cases and all that type. Like, there are things that are not fully explained to us here with the World Card. That's my media. So it won't be either. And so the truth will always appear to be a little out of balance, kind of like, what are they doing over there? It ends in the Fool and the Queen of Wands. There will be some cases, there will be some things that that the moderates among us can say, look, they are doing something. They are getting some work done, because there are some court cases here going on, and they will start under this administration. But again, don't expect Kushner to go down and Ivanka to go down and Junior to go down like all overnight. That's just not going to happen. Yeah. They probably, I don't know if they're looking into that at all. What you have to do is take the DOJ out of it and start to look into the Manhattan and NYAG and DC, and see if Arizona or Albuquerque can get their money from Trump, because they're suing them too. You have to look for those little triumphs. Yeah, to see if somebody is pushing cases on a local level, because the DOJ don't look for that to be your savior right now.
Okay. Wow.
Jesus. Okay. This is an interesting question, though. Trump, where does his favor come from all his life? He has led a very spoiled and selfish life, and people were very frustrated during the 4 years because they feel as though, where's his karma? He does horrible things, he says horrible things, but he never seems to suffer anything. Where does his favor come from? Because it's an earthly thing, and he just was set up that way to live that way. Is this a divine thing? Like, he's needed to poison the well so that we understand how precious our water was. Thank you, Marie. No karma for the devil. I understand.
I think my Oracle deck is smoking crack. There's no way that this is where it comes from. There's no way.
And sometimes I pull Oracle cards and I'm like, no, I put it back.
No, there's no way. There's no. Let's just say purity was one of the cards that I pulled, and I'm like,
yeah. Purity of what? It comes from God.
Yes. So let me pull some tarot, because Oracle's acting like a jerk.
Tarot.
The tarot. As my grandmother calls it.
This is really weird. We've had plenty of lives. He's actually had some where everything was taken from him. He was attacked, and they took everything he had, and he felt like it was unbalanced. And so now all he does is imagine thinking, how can I get more? How can I get more? How can I get more? But it's really from the people who are, when we're asking about who's, where does he get it from? It's from the people that are the Nine of Cups, the big fat John Travolta, it's my birthday, I'm so fat card. So it's like, it's like the people have the most Cheez-Its, the people that have the everythings, I don't want to say racist, but I mean, it's just like the people that, but it is, but it's, okay, so you go there. You go there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He incites extremes, right? There's this extreme in his personality, and there's an energy. I'm not going to say people. I'm going to say there's an energy that flows through that some people are more susceptible to, that allows them to fall in line with these extremes. Because what happens is that there's a happiness around it with these extremes, with the 3 cups, a celebration. They want this. They like that they see that he's quick acting and he's quick at the mouth too, particularly. I don't want to go into the occult and go into the deep, but I also get the hanged man. I'm getting it as a sacrifice, though. So that's why I said, take with it what you want, take with it what you will. But at bare minimum, these people, driven by extremes, these people are willing to change their perspective, sacrifice themselves because they think he brings this happiness. And that's why he's been able to be favored. And I'm not talking about the cult of Trump that is his presidency. I'm saying that's how he's been able to get away with it his entire life. He speaks and does the things that attracts that vibration that can penetrate certain people, that puts him on this pedestal that allows him to get away with it. That's how I want to phrase it.
So I got that too with the past life thing. There was something here burdened in his past life too. That here, for whatever reason, now mind you, this take it out of him for a second. People like him are given take this for what it is. Okay, what I'm about to say. Have been given the gift of gab, even though he sounds ridiculous, but he can talk his behind off, though.
Uh-huh.
That is his superpower. People like him have been given that superpower so that he can rally the masses, but for a good cause. Now, as I've said before, Spirit told me muscle memory is the reason people can do horrible things over and over and over again. Because the more you do it, the easier it is. But I get the Queen of Wands, the King of Wands, the King of Swords, his mother, his father, and him. The people around him have set him up to be successful. The people around him, not just his mother and his father, but his kids, his brother, his sister, his friends, the people who are just there for his money or connections, or he's just there for their money and connections. Whatever the case may be, the people around him have brought him this success he has had. And not only that, they have also bailed him out of every single thing. The real question is, like Adrian was saying, with the frequency and that vibration, those people then need to look at, how was I duped so hard by this person? Because the ultimate liar is here. I didn't get the devil. The devil is the devil. You know the devil is lying to you because it's the devil. This person makes you believe in their world. And then they sucker you in because you think it's actual magic. And so that's why he's my ultimate liar card. And that is how he is able to be so successful. With friends like these. Okay. So speaking of that, though, this man, Doug Jensen, he was one of the people who decided it was going to be a good idea to go storm the Capitol because he said Trump made him believe in the lie, that he was duped and blah, blah, blah. So that's his defense, is that he believed in the lie. Now, what I want to know is, why does it take them having personal trauma for them to see it? What is it that they see that we don't see? Is it just a person that acts like them and they see, oh, he's speaking my language? Are they actually mentally ill? Or like, what is it they see in him that we don't see? Because he is now willing to throw away his future.
What did they see in Trump?
Yes. Because mind you, I don't care about your defense, because 4 years ago you thought he was a good idea. There was something wrong with you then. When you looked at him and said, "Oh, this is a good idea." Okay.
Yeah.
So what did they see that we don't see?
They don't see.
Yeah.
Talking about his friends there.
Yep.
They don't see any of this. The proverbial ever Trump card. Nothing. Give it to me. I am entitled. And they think the Democrats are entitled. No.
Yep.
Mm-mm. Mm. Sorry.
They see in him the authority, the almighty, the norms, the institutional norms that they quote unquote miss and love so dearly. That's what they see in him. They saw in him that their burdens were over, and that he brought in this new light. Because at the Six of Wands, at the crown of this, they see him as his redeeming, his savior. But what they can't see, what's right in front of them, is this. So,
Were there people in that fire?
yes.
That's perfect.
That's funny.
Yep.
Yeah. It's all the sneaky petes. It's all the carnies. You know, they see in him the carny. They may not want to believe it, but you know that's where they're going. They're just so off balance. He's a carnival barker, and they're just like into that. And they're just listening. You know, no different from Hitler or anyone else who stood on a stump somewhere. You know, they're just listening.
Yep. I only needed one card.
Mm-hmm.
Got the Fool.
Yeah,
That's what they see. They see that, but they like that.
they do.
It's not even like he's disguised. That's who he is.
Yeah.
He's a BSer, but for whatever reason, that's what they're gravitating to. And when you hear somebody speak your language, you tend to gravitate to it. So there you go. I can't. So I have two more, but before I do, there is, again, the lady who drew my picture.
Oh God, so awesome.
She has a channel. There it is, right there. She has a song on that channel called Transformation. I want you to go listen to it. It's 2 minutes at your life. Go listen to it. It's fantastic.
Woosha moment.
It's what we need to hear during these times. What deck is this? It's called the Uncommon Tarot. Okay. Donald Trump's, we'll end with him. We'll get the gross one out of the way right now.
Okay.
The Yulin Dog Festival. Someone asked, will it ever end?
The what? This is one thing I don't understand. Okay. What?
What it is, it's in China, Yulin, China, and they go there, and there's dogs, there's cats, there is other creatures. They eat them. It's like a barbecue festival, and oddly, it's an odd comparison, but it's like a barbecue festival, and they cook dogs.
Yep.
So will it ever end? Because there are protests for it, but this is not in America. So will it ever end?
Oh my God. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. There. Okay.
That's what they want.
I'm gonna say it. We think it's gross. However, there's something about this festival that brings people together. And I'm not talking necessarily the eating of the domesticated animals. It's almost like there's more to it. There's a celebration, there's a ritual, it's a coming together that otherwise they would have gotten rid of it by now. There's more to this. The challenge is that they want to hold on to it. They won't want to let it go. There are people who want this to end, though. That's what's working for it. It's not just the world looking at them going, ew, that's gross. Their own citizens want this done. The problem is, can it happen quickly enough? They want it done like ended yesterday, and that may not happen, but it will happen. Take a deep breath. The outcome is the tower. However, with the tower, remember, it's not the base coming up, it's coming down. So it's going to take a minute. It's going to take a minute.
Where'd you get Lori?
I guess it's going to continue. It's a tradition. It's like an old money tradition, but after a while, there's going to be a problem. So maybe, like Adrian said, then it can get out of there. But
Thank you, I get that the Six of Wands, it is celebrated. This is something they like. I mean, it's something they like. The Eight of Wands and the Eight of Pentacles, there's money in it. There is press, media in it. It's a big deal. I mean, it's a big deal. Not only that, but the government seems to be okay with the Two of Pentacles or Two of Cups and the Hierophant. So it'll continue as long as they like it. Lord Jesus. Okay.
there.
Moving on. So, speaking of gross, Donald Trump spied on pretty much everybody in his administration or during his administration. Adam Schiff, Nadler, Pelosi, whoever had a iPhone, social media account, whatever, they spied on everybody. Now, as of right now, or as of yesterday when I was listening to Val Demings, she said that we should start an investigation and get to the bottom of this, so forth and so forth, which means there has not been one launched yet. So will there be an investigation launched into Donald Trump's DOJ spying on his political opponents and everybody else too? I love Val too. I hope she beats the crap out of Rubio. I really do.
I did too. Hasn't come out yet. I just did a reading on her.
What were you saying?
I hope she beats Rubio.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. I didn't get really great cards, but we'll look again. Rubio is so gross. I mean, he's just so gross.
Mm-hmm. Johnny, the question is he spying, right? Because my brain went to three other places.
No, will there be an investigation?
Could be the investigation.
No, not everything's going to come out.
Wow, that's the first thing I get.
Nope. Oh, crap. This begins and ends with Russia. You go, Johnny.
So my first two cards are the Ace of Swords, which is your truth, your clarity, your victory, triumphant. It's crossed by the moon. So there will be some cloudiness within this truth. So some obstruction, some never mind, because that's going to take me 48 years to get all this rant out. But Lord Jesus, can we put all the Republicans in a spaceship and send them somewhere? Put the Democrats in there too, and leave so we can start all the way over. Because
we can set them up with Bezos.
all of this business of we can't get this person to talk, we can't get this cooperative, force them. Like, stop taking no for an answer. Stop taking, anyway, I'm done with that part. Just whatever. Yes, they'll start an investigation, of course, but Page of Swords in the Sun. The information is obscure. It has the Two of Swords with it too. There's going to be information they cannot get. I don't know why they cannot get it. But the Nine of Cups is wishful thinking. It ends in the Six of Pentacles. They will have something to feed to the press, to feed to the media. There will be a huge change with the Death card there too. But I don't see concrete, somebody going to jail, blah, blah, blah. But I don't see you hauling bars into court. We can revisit this, but I'm not optimistic right now.
Jesus. What you got, Adrian?
Yeah. Ends with the Nine of Swords. So there's going to be some anxiety. I don't think we're necessarily going to get this investigation. We may get what would be a faux investigation? A mock investigation, if we will, but there's nothing that's going to come to fruition because the challenge is the Star. 50. It's just not quite going to, it's not going to happen. In the environment is the Five of Pentacles. Woo, woo, woo. Being out in the cold. So no, I don't see it. Don't get it.
I think we've been purchased. I'm sorry. I think major players have been purchased. All right, is that it? I'm about. I don't think I can sit in my chair any longer.
Did you go?
I had an emergency appendectomy last Sunday night. Johnny was so kind and loving and posted, but I've sat. I'm sorry. I've sat for I think as long as I can sit.
Well, we are done. Yes. If you want, I'm gonna play it one more time. There is Kathy's channel. Go and watch the song.
Yes.
And I will see the rest of y'all tomorrow for our Sunday stream. Thank you, Adrian. Thank you, Lori.
Thanks for having me.
So much.
And y'all have a good night.